time y'all see this, hopefully I've been consistent and it won't seem like it's a long time, but because I know it's been a long time since I picked up the camera, it has been a long time no see. Anyway, I'm about to hold on. Excuse the house, it's a mess. But we're gonna clean it up. We just got back home. Caleb is over there somewhere in the cut. I am happy to be home. I am dressed and I'm about to go head out. I'm gonna go get a car wash, and also I want to go get my nails done, but TT not there yet. I'm hoping by the time I pull up on her, she'll be there. So I'm gonna get the car wash first. This is my hair. I got me a sew-in. I cut it. I don't know if y'all seen when I last got my hair done, but it's still humid in Atlanta, so having these little edges out, honey, is a dub. I don't know if y'all can see the outfit. I got this little tennis skirt on and my A6 with my little scrunchy socks and what do you call this? Y'all know what you call it. Anyway, let's go. This is how they turned out. I get the same exact, hold on, my hair. I get the same exact color bubble bath. The girl in Sioux Falls, bless her heart, she was cool though. I really did like her. I like going just to talk to her. But baby, she could not do no nails, honey. Not like what I'm used to. And these are my real nails. They actually grown out. I really like the almond shape. It gives me more of a feminine look, since I feel like half of the time I look like a little boy. But anyway, we're gonna go home. It's so nice out today in Atlanta. I'm debating on if I want to go get some oysters today, which I think I am. I feel like I deserve oysters, but I've been telling myself, like, girl, you don't even got no job. I didn't even catch y'all up to the speed. My contract got canceled in South Dakota, so I've been home. This will be going on my second week. I haven't really been pressed to find a job, but I want to find a job. Like, I know I'll find a job, but I'm just not pressed about it. I'm not pressed about like hopping on the first little thing that come. Like, I'm like in a position to be picky, I guess. And also the thing is too, I don't know if I want to stay in Atlanta. I'm so tired of traveling, y'all. Like, it feels so good to be home, like y'all don't even understand. But also too, I still have my financial goals of paying off my debt, so I'm like, maybe I should just go, because the contracts, there are still contracts out there for $3,000 to $3,500. So I'm like, maybe I should just go jump on those so I can keep staying on track of my debt. But then also too, I'm like, it's okay to rest. That's the position I'm in. Like, it feels so good to rest. I've been going all year. I've maybe had no, I didn't record, but in May when my contract got cut early, I was off for like a month and a half, but I felt good. I felt rejuvenated so that I can go back to California and get on another contract. But between Santa Rosa, where I was at, Napa Valley area, and South Dakota, I didn't take off any time. And so that be playing on my mental capacity. And so now that I'm taking a break, I'm like, enjoy this. Like, it's okay to just relax and chill. I said all to say that I don't need to be going to get no oysters, but I'm like, I'm not gonna deprive myself of the things that bring me joy in life. It's not like I'm eating out every day. I've said I can eat out once a week, and it's gonna be happy hour, so I'm like, why not? Anyway, we're about to go, I think, pick up Caleb, or I might go to the car wash and get the car cleaned out, because it's hella dirty. I haven't driven my car in like months, so I want to go get it clean, and it's a nice day. I don't know, we'll see. I'll check back in. Alright, y'all, we made it outside. We came to Piedmont Park. I'm trying to debate, should I turn around and go get our blanket? I think we're just gonna walk though, because I want to go home and clean up my house, because it's like pretty junky. So I'm not gonna stay down here long. What time is it? It's 2:30, and in a minute I'm gonna run into traffic, so I'm gonna just walk around the loop because I want to get my steps in today. I've been working out every other day, and the days that I don't work out, I go for like walks. So I'm just gonna go. I think this is like, actually I don't know how long the little loop is around the park. They got like different trails around the park, but the one that I'm going on, I don't know how long it is, but I think I'm gonna walk around it once or twice so I can get my steps in, and then we're gonna go home because we'll end up hitting traffic. Y'all know Atlanta traffic is crazy, so just go get it. We are back home. There's the kid. We had a nice little walkie walk. I'm about to clean up my place because it is a mess. I'm getting rid of a lot of my furniture. I sold like 2 big pieces because I came home and I just feel like I'm tired of my furniture. I've had this furniture since I lived in Florida, in my house, before my house. A lot of this stuff has been with me like from in Michigan, not a lot of it, but like some pieces have been with me from Michigan all the way down to Florida, down to Georgia. And I'm just like, I'm in a phase where I just want to like change the aesthetic of my home. So it's a mess. I have all of these books over here. The reason why I'm procrastinating is because I want to buy the right furniture. I don't want to just buy something for the sake of buying something. And I really want something cool to showcase all of my books. I kind of have an idea in mind. I just need to like map it out to make sure that it is practical. But anyway, y'all don't want to see me clean up. I'm about to get my house in order. I had a great day today. I'm very happy with my nails. They look so cute, y'all. I have man hands. They probably still look like man hands, but look at them right now. They look so freaking feminine, and I love it. I really love this almond shape, and this is bubble bath. Y'all know I only get 2 colors, bubble bath and funny bunny. That's it. For the winter time, I usually get bubble bath, and then for the summer, I'll do funny bunny. But anyway, I want to clean up. I've been getting into bed by 8 o'clock, y'all. And when I tell you game changer, call me a grandma, whatever. But baby, I need my 8 hours of sleep, and it has been feeling so good. I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, but I wake up refreshed, go to the gym, like spend time with God. Like I feel more adequate to like take on my day, like getting like, and I'm not talking about just being in a bed, I'm talking about actually sleep by 8 o'clock. It is 4:22 now, so I'm giving myself the next 3 hours to really just clean up my house and get it in order, and then I'll be in bed. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're gonna do. I know I need to upload a vlog tonight. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but if we do something, I'll see y'all then. Bye. Good morning, y'all. Anyway, we are getting dressed. Today on the agenda, so far I already went to the gym and I've made breakfast. So my plan is like 11 something. My plan is to get out of here by 12. My issue is that it's not really an issue. I just need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna go to a coffee shop or to a hotel. I actually like working in hotels better than coffee shops. But I'm trying to figure out what hotel do I want to go to. We are going to I gotta fix this because I cannot have my leave out like that. Maybe if I just put it to the side. No, because the leave out is still gonna show, my dear. Maybe if I just do it like this. Can you see the leave out? Honey, yes, you can see that leave out. I'm gonna have to tuck it in the hat or something. The whole point of the hat was so that I don't have to be bothered with the leave out. Hold on. I figured it out. I just threw it in a ponytail. I'm not in the mood to deal with my hair or anything. I'm just trying to get the task finished. Hey Alexa, pause music. So this is the outfit. So yeah, the goal today is to apply to some NP schools. I think I have 5 in mind. I just have to actually apply to them. So yeah, we're about to get out of here. I told myself that I was going to make a conscious, y'all can't see my booty. I told myself I was going to make a conscious effort to not look like a crackhead when I go out. So this is me putting something together. It's like 70-something degrees outside, so I'm like, let me enjoy it to the fullest. This is the little fit. Y'all have seen this before. I've worn this sweater like 5,000 different ways. Well, really, I only wore it one way. But I wore it with heels last time when I went to Dallas. But let me see if y'all can see me. It's not gonna let me go down. Anyway, sweaters from Zara. Shoes are World Runner. And the purse is Amazon. So yeah, we're about to skedaddle out of here. I want to be very productive and getting this done because ever since the school was called Hurting, y'all. I think I told you. Ever since they kicked me off that wait list, and then I told Anna yesterday, they told her she could start in, I need my glasses, that she could start in January. I'm like, what? Yeah, where are all my glasses at? Anyway, I'll see y'all at the hotel. Alright, y'all. I did what I said I was gonna do. I applied to 4 different schools. Well, no. Let me be clear. I didn't apply to anything. I looked up 4 different schools: University of Alabama, Hurting, Frontier, and Walden. I said I was gonna look up 5, but baby, if I don't get into none of them, it might not be meant to be. But I think I'm gonna start off with one of them. I don't know if I'm gonna tell y'all. You know, y'all, they be getting these girls kicked out of school for recording their experience. Y'all remember I started vlogging based off of my experience in nursing school. I don't think I ever told y'all the actual school. No, I never did. I never told y'all the actual school, but I still think it's crazy that they be getting people kicked out of school. Like, I don't see the big deal about it, but apparently it must be an issue, and I ain't trying to even be bothered with it. But anyway, is that the police sitting there waiting for me? Because you're not supposed to park over here. Anyway, I think I'm about to go to the mall and get me this grilled cheese sandwich. Remember I told y'all it was a grilled cheese sandwich that cost $20? Baby, that thing be so good. It have like greens, macaroni and cheese, and yams on it. Oh, it be so good. I think I'm about to go get one of them, but I also wanted to go get oysters today. It's a beautiful day outside, but I'm like, girl, you doing a lot to be getting oysters and a grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know. We'll see. I'm driving in the direction of going over there though, so we shall see. But I don't know why I'm like, my mood is like blah. I'm trying to like ignore it as best as I can. Like, I know why. Because I did not get enough sleep. So I've been getting like 8 hours of sleep, and baby, when I tell you it's a game changer, I bought the I don't think I told y'all, I did a review on TikTok, but I bought this, I'm not flicking y'all, I bought this Oura ring, and I knew my sleep was trash, but I didn't know it was trash. And so ever since I've been off of work, my contract got canceled, I have been getting 8+ hours of sleep. And when I tell you it is a game changer, not only that I'm getting 8 hours of sleep, like I'm getting quality sleep, and I'm on my normal circadian rhythm, and I can tell by my mood. So last night I didn't get a full, I think it said 6 hours, and I could tell because Caleb woke me up to go drink some water. I be making him stay in my bed because sometimes he'll have like an accident, and so I'll just make him stay in my bed so that I could know when he's ready to get up, because he's not gonna always like wake me up. But he woke me up to go get some water, and then we went outside to use the bathroom at like 1 o'clock. I be going to bed at like 7, 8. I went to bed at like 9 because I went to go see Anna yesterday. But anyway, he woke me up to go use the to drink some water, and then I let him outside, and he woke me up again at like 5 o'clock and to go outside, and then I didn't go back to sleep. So, and then I just stayed on my phone on TikTok for 2 hours, and it was 7 o'clock in the morning by the time my little notification, because I set my screen time for like 2 hours, which I need to decrease it. And then I just kind of got up in the mood, so that's why I feel like this. But then I was just like, push past it, like it's not that big of a deal, it's a beautiful day outside. So I went to the gym. No, I spent time with God, I read my Bible, then I went to the gym, took a shower, ate breakfast, and then I went to go do the schools, because this is all stuff that I had planned on my to-do list. But my mood is still like and I'm in my follicular phase. which means that I should be feeling good. I should have energy. I should be want to be bothered. But for some odd reason, I don't. And I hate that for myself. And I'm just trying to like ignore it, because I've been reading this book about like how to change your mindset. And I think it's called Stop the Habit of Being Yourself. Let me see. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And I've read it before. I'm listening to it on audiobook. And I've been trying to like implement the things that I'm reading and I'm learning. But by me talking about it, I feel like I'm magnifying it. I've been like kind of ignoring it all day, but because I'm talking to y'all, I'm just talking about it. But I just been ignoring how I feel all day and just been like, just do what you said you was gonna do. Forget how you feel. Forget that you just want to lay down and do nothing and scroll online. Like, forget all of that. Focus on your goals. Focus on what you said you was gonna do and forget your feelings. But it'd be so hard because the feeling, I'm a feels person, and the feeling is so strong that I just be like, ugh. I don't know. Anyway, let's go into the mall. I really don't want to go in here. It's Monday though, so it should not be crowded, but we'll see. I'll chat with y'all in a few. Hey y'all. I figured it would be a good time for me to do a little update. I just came back from my walk in the grocery store. I'm about to meal prep tonight. It is Wednesday. I don't know if I talked to y'all this week. I think I talked to y'all earlier this week when I was in the mood. But I'm doing better. I figured I'd give y'all an update on my contract getting canceled in South Dakota. I don't even think I ever told y'all. I never said anything. I literally like packed my stuff up and like left like the next day. But, so this is the scoop. Remember how I told y'all, I gotta switch y'all over here. Remember how I told y'all that the first day of orientation, the manager told us that the staff didn't like the travelers being around. And I thought that was kind of weird. I've never been on a assignment where they were just that honest about it. Like, yeah, they don't want y'all here. And so I didn't think nothing of it, because at the end of the day, like, I'm still gonna do my job. It just never, I don't know. I never worked on an assignment where people were being petty towards me. Because usually, again, I come in, I do my job, I'm friendly, I help out, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that really doesn't matter when people just be in their feelings about certain stuff. So anyway, I noticed within the first couple of weeks, like, a lot of people was getting hired and fired. And initially, I didn't really know why. I just started seeing, like, when they would let people go on the schedule, it would just be X'd out. And of course, I don't really know these people like that, so I'm not able to figure out like what's going on. So I would say a month in, it was a lot of black travelers there that work night shift. I don't know why all the black people be on night shift, but we was on night shift. And so of course we looking out for one another, we talking to each other, like we basically putting each other on. So I got cool with a lot of the girls there. And so they would know like what was going on, like while people was getting fired. So people was getting literally every single week, 2 to 3 people were getting their contract canceled, and then they were starting new people like the following week or within the same week. So we like, that's weird. I've never been on an assignment where like they just a constant turnover of travelers. Like I've been a staff nurse where there's constant turnover of staff, but not necessarily travelers. And I thought that was weird. So we all talking amongst ourselves, like it's basically like you got to walk on eggshells when you go in there. You don't know if you know somebody looking at you and they think you didn't do something, or you sitting down too long, or you ain't answer a call like fast enough, or any little thing, you just thinking like, damn, am I gonna get canceled? And that's how we was feeling. Like literally we were walking on eggshells. During the second week, I think I told y'all that we had to have a second orientation because it was hard for the travelers to catch on to Meditech and what they actually wanted. And during the orientation, I had told the educator, I was like, yeah, I feel like we can't even breathe around here. And she was like, I know, we're trying to change the culture of everything. We don't want you guys to feel like that. If anything ever happens, you know, we're gonna talk to you first before you just get fired. So she knew that they was like letting people go at a rapid rate. So again, 4 weeks in, I meet the girls, we developing a relationship, you know, just like travelers, when y'all get together, you figure out who cool and who not, like y'all talk amongst yourselves. So we all peep what's going on. So every day, like we had a running joke Like, soon as we come in, like, oh, girl, they let us come to work today. We didn't get fired today. Just, like, joking, but, like, dead ass. So, it's not funny, but, I mean, what am I going to do about it? I'm like, I wasn't really tripping about it because, honestly, I was ready to go. But, anyway, I thought that was a bug up there. But, anyway, so, it was my third night. I had finished my third night. I had got a patient, an old lady. She was like a 1 assist. Her daughter was in there with her. When I went to go in the beginning of the shift, I went in to introduce myself. Okay, so I go in to introduce myself, and they're walking around the hall, but I just still went in the room to put my name on the board. I had this patient like 2 or 3 times. She had been there for a while, so I had her like several times while I had been on that assignment. So I noticed her when she was walking around the hall with her, or her daughter was wheeling her in a chair around the unit. So I just went in the room, put my name on the board. I didn't have her the previous night before, but I already was up to date on what was going on with her. So when I go in the room, as I'm walking out, her daughter was coming in with her in the wheelchair. I introduced myself, and she like, yeah, my mom needs to go to the bathroom. Okay, cool. I'm already in there. I already know how she ambulates. I don't need another person. I'm not gonna say, oh, let me go get the tech. I'll just get her up and we go to the bathroom. So she's in a wheelchair. She's very weak. And she has the gait belt on, and she uses a walker. If you getting somebody up with a gait belt, you know that you have to use a certain amount of force to pull them up safely, so that you don't fall, they don't fall, like everything happens in a safe manner. So I pull her up, she in her walker, and we walking, like I'm holding a gait belt as she's walking on the walker, and her daughter say like, ooh, it's a gnat in here, them damn onions. Her daughter was like, oh, that's pretty fast for her. In my mind, I'm thinking she's saying basically like, oh, my mom's getting stronger. Like, I'm not thinking it's like an issue at all. I put her on the toilet, tell her to pull the cord. I tell her daughter, because her daughter stepped outside the room once we went in the bathroom. I close the door. I tell her daughter, hey, I tell her to pull the cord light when she's done, and I go about my business. I think nothing of it. I come back in, I give her meds, I tuck her in bed. She's one of these type of patients where, like, first of all, the beds in the hospital are not comfortable. They like cots. But she the type of person, like, she gonna call you in there like every 30 minutes, like, can you adjust me? Can you fix this? But she don't really move a lot. Matter of fact, she don't be moving at all. The crazy thing is, so she'll call you in like, can you adjust the covers? And you be looking at the covers like, they ain't moved from the last 30 minutes when I adjust them. But okay, whatever, appease her, move the covers around, fluff the pillow a little bit. Like, she one of those type of patients where she's never going to be comfortable. So when you come in there, you just do what you do to appease her, but you know it's not gonna make her feel better. Anyway, I tuck her in, her daughter leaves, bye, have a good night, and that's the end of that. I'm not thinking nothing of it. The night goes by, she doing her same little, every 30 minutes, sometimes they have text, other times they don't. This night they happen to have a text, so me and the tech had split the amount of times that we was going in and out of the room, because she literally would call every 30 minutes. She'd have like a stretch of sleep of like 2 hours, and then she'd get back to calling. I gotta go to the bathroom, want to go from the bed to the chair. Like, she one of those type of patients. So me and the tech split in our going in there or whatever. The point that I'm making is, everything was fine. Like, it was a normal night. Everything was chill. In the morning, they do this little huddle, they do morning prayer, all of that stuff, whatever, and the managers are there. So I see the manager walk down the hall. She look at me, I look at her, but we didn't really say good morning or nothing. It was like she was far off, and I see her walking down the hall, but we made eye contact, thinking nothing of it. I go home, I get report, I go home. I get home, I didn't go to bed late until like 10. Usually when I get home, I go to bed like right away, take my shower, and just go to sleep. I didn't go to bed till 10. My phone is always on do not disturb. I don't have nothing on. I can't hear anything, watch none of that. So if somebody's calling, I'm not going to know until I wake up. At 11 o'clock, I happen to wake up. You want to get down, Poo? Hold on, y'all. I know he can't jump off the couch. So at 11 o'clock, my body just naturally wakes up, which was so weird. And I look at my phone, and I see that it's a call from my agency. Before I even, because she left a voicemail, before I even listened to the voicemail, I already knew what was about to happen. Because like I said, every single week, I'm not even exaggerating, like 2 to 3 people contracts will be getting canceled. And some of the people that we knew and we didn't know, but the staff, they gossip so much that even if you didn't know what was going on personally from the part, like you didn't hear it from the person, you would hear it from the staff. So it was like, we always just was like, we was looking out for each other, like the black staff. Like, we was like, oh, like if a call light went off and you in another room, like, I'll go get it for you. Because they were just, the staff was just really petty. Like, they would go to the managers about every little thing. I'm talking about small stuff, like I said, like, oh, she didn't answer the call light fast enough, or oh, she be sitting by herself in a corner, like she don't want to associate with us. Like, just stupid it'd be crazy because these are adults, but stupid petty stuff. This is another thing that I forgot to tell y'all. So the staff, the reason why a lot of travelers were there is because they opened up a oncology unit, and I was on a renal floor. Everybody that was staff that was on the renal floor decided to go to the oncology floor. It was a new floor. I don't know why everybody left, but basically they left, and now they needed travelers for the renal floor. And so 95% of their staff left, and the 5% that were there was the ones that was not banging with us. Like, they did not like us. We never got an unfair assignment. I would just say the assignments were trash, period, because they didn't staff text at night. Like, that was a thing. Like, we don't staff for text at night. This is a huge unit, like a 50-bed unit. All the patients are extremely heavy. I don't know what they got in South Dakota water, but the people, the men and the women, be like 300-400 pounds. They totals, Q2 turns, and you don't have a tech. So you're doing this by yourself every night. And the ratios were not bad. I will say they weren't bad, but when you got 4 heavy patients, like, that's still a lot. And then they don't staff based on acuity. They don't give you assignment based on acuity. So you can have 4 heavy ass patients. Anyway, so I was saying that to say what? The staff had left. And so then that's where the travelers came in. In orientation, she was basically telling us, like, the staff, we are set to have travelers for the next 2 to 3 years until they can build their staff back up on that floor. So anyway, like I said, the black travelers, like, amongst ourselves, like, we looking out for each other. We peeping game on everything. We peeping, like, who the staff snitches are. Like, don't get too comfortable with nobody. Like, nobody is your friend, basically. Like, just watch out for yourself. Anyway, so I get a text. I listen to the voicemail. The voicemail is from, not the recruiter, but they got like I forget what they call it, but basically, like, if you get in trouble about anything, that's the person who's talking to you, not your recruiter. Clinical manager, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, she's like, hey, Shane, I need you to call me back as soon as possible. I already knew what it was. So she calls me. I'll call her back. She like, hey, Shannon, how you doing? I'm like, I was asleep. She was like, okay, well, I just want to let you know that they canceled your contract. I said, okay, for what? She said, they said that, which I'm laughing because if you really think about it, it don't even make sense, because why would I even do that? And if I was going to do it, why would I do it in front of you? They said that a family member felt like you were being too rough with the patient. I already knew because she was the only patient that I had that a family member was actually there. And I said, okay. She was like, do you have anything to say about it? I said, no, not really. If that's what she perceived, like, it's nothing that I could do about it. She was like, would you do anything differently? I said, absolutely not. We don't have techs on that floor. I was by myself. Maybe ask the family member if she want to help next time. If she felt like I was being too rough, maybe her ass can get it. And she was like, maybe her ass can get her mama up and go to the bathroom then if she felt like I was being too rough for her. And she was like, well, you know, you're not taking responsibility for it. I said, no, because if I was taking responsibility for it, it would admit the fact that I felt like I was being rough. And if I was being rough, why would I do it in front of you? Like, if I was intentionally being rough, wouldn't I do it when you weren't there? Like, that just wouldn't even make sense to me. So I was just, first of all, I was tired. I was already sleepy. So I was just irritated with the whole thing. And she was like, well, you know, I don't like the fact, this is her talking to me, saying she don't like the fact that I'm not taking accountability for her. I said, well, what you want me to do? I said what I said. And it was like a long moment of silence. And she was like, well, I just have to make sure, you know, going forward, if you're going to work with our agency, things like this don't happen again. I said, do what you got to do. And then that was the end of the conversation. I looked at my flight. I was actually leaving the next week. I had planned out the days that I was going to call off. I had got somebody to switch another day with me. Like, I was already leaving to come home, but I was going to extend it because they never give you more than 3 days off at a time. And I was working 48. Let me take this stuff out when I'm talking to y'all. I'm about to make some, make me a little steak bowl. But they was never giving me days off where I could go home. Like, I need more than 3 days off. To me, otherwise, it just don't be worth it. Let me try this lemonade. So I booked my flight. I think they called me on a Thursday. I was leaving out of there Sunday. Thankfully, this is good, but it is sweet, baby. Thankfully, the lady that I was renting from, she didn't charge me because it happened like on the 1st of November. The next day, I would have had to pay rent, and I was paying $1,700 a month. So thankfully, she wasn't tripping, and she was just like, I will charge you for the 3 days that you there or whatever. But baby, when I tell you that's the first time I ever got a contract canceled, and I felt good about it. Like, I don't like working in a facility where you feel like you can't breathe, like they watching your every move, and they being petty. Like, that is the, like, literally they were mad because people would be to themselves. You can be taking care of your patients, no issues, nothing like that. You're not asking them to do nothing for you. You're not asking them to do a break or nothing like that. And they would really feel away because you would be sitting by yourself minding your own business. Like, it behooves me how people can be like petty like that. But the point that I'm making is that was the first contract that I had where I honestly was happy to be going home. At that point too, I had just did a contract back to back. Y'all left California. Where is, I need some season. Where am I other season? Y'all know I had just left California. So, and I did a contract back to back. What I know about myself is typically when I do stuff like that, I be burnt out. So when they told me my contract was canceled, I promise you y'all, I was so happy to be leaving. I was so happy to be going home. Like, I just wanted to be in my own space. I love my little studio there, but it was time for me to go. It was absolutely nothing to do there. Not that I would have did anything because I was working 4 days, and every day that I did work, I just made sure I did my 3 days at the gym, meal prep, go home, work, sleep, repeat. Like, I was not doing anything. But when I tell you, it feels so good to be home right now. At this point that y'all seeing this, I've been off for like 2 weeks, and when I tell you, I don't want to go back to work. Like, I haven't even really been actively looking for a job, and I know that I need to. I'm like, maybe if I start by the beginning of the year, I probably don't want to go to the beginning of the year. I'm thinking like maybe December-ish, I'll probably try to go back, but it's not even like a priority because I feel so good just being home. Like, my sleep is better, my mental health is better. It's seasonal depression is starting to set in. It's getting dark at 5:30, which is absolutely insane. So I was like going through it. Like, I had no social life. Traveling can be lonely. So I was really happy. I felt like it happened because God knew, like, you just need to take a break. You need to rest. You need to reset so that when you start back up, you will not be pouring from like an empty cup. Because that's what I felt like I was doing. The assignment wasn't like hard in terms of like, I couldn't do it. Do I got something on my lip? My face is breaking out, y'all. The assignment wasn't hard in terms of like I couldn't do it, but it would be heavy at times. Like, if you don't have a tech and all of your patients are total care, like, even if you only have 4 patients, that is a lot. And then it was a renal floor, so them patients used to be sick. I don't know what was up with South Dakota, but they had a lot of alcoholics, like more than California. Like, and I would ask the staff, and they was like, it's nothing to do here but drink. Literally, it's nothing to do in South Dakota. Like, even some of the major airlines don't even come out there. That's like how much of nothing it is to do out there. That lemonade tastes good, sweet. So anyway, I've been home for the last 2 weeks, enjoying myself. I think I told y'all this week I applied to some schools. I actually got accepted to one. So it looks like we'll be starting school soon. I'll tell y'all when I actually start. But yeah, today was a chill day. I went grocery shopping. Well, did I finish the story? Yeah, that was the story of how our contract got canceled and how they was petty. I should have told them to look into how or why so many people are getting canceled. Like, they was canceling people for like petty stuff. It was one lady, she got canceled because she was taking her breaks. they canceled her because they didn't like the fact that she was going to smoke on her breaks. Like, she was a heavy smoker. Like, you could smell the nicotine, the whatever the smell is, the cigarette smell on her. But she would take her 2 15-minute breaks and her 30-minute breaks, and she would go to smoke. Most people don't take their 15-minute breaks, but the staff had a problem with that, and they basically told on her. They basically said that she was taking more breaks than she needed to. They had us working on an A and B schedule, and she used to work on my schedule, so I would see her all the time. That lady was never taking more than what her schedule breaks were, from what I seen. They were just being petty, talking about she be taking her smoke cigarette breaks, and they end up firing her for that. And she was a good nurse. This was like an older lady. She was like, she probably had to be like 55, 60. Like, she was an older, and she was a good nurse. She was actually an ICU nurse, but they fired her for that. They fired somebody. They fired somebody because they didn't give and report. They fired somebody because you're supposed to like schedule the dialysis transport. A lot of stuff we didn't know until somebody told us that we were supposed to do that. And I was telling her that in orientation too. Like, we getting in trouble for stuff that they didn't have a good orientation on that renal floor. There were very specific things that they did on their floor. It wasn't typical if you go to any other hospital. So it's like, if you have travelers coming, y'all need to have some type of checklist or something that we can go by, so that we know that we are doing what y'all are expecting us to do outside of the norm. I would never think that on night shift, I'm supposed to schedule my patient for dialysis for the next day. Why wouldn't that be done with the day shift nurse? But apparently that is our job to do. Also too, if you got a dialysis patient, you're supposed to order the tray early. How do I order the tray early when I get there, and this is not something that I know. When I get there, they didn't already ate. There is no food services that is open. So how am I supposed to know to even do that? Like, we were getting in trouble for stuff like that. It was just very petty, very toxic. It was doable because I stayed to myself. But even the reason why they let me go, when I think about it, that was something that you have a conversation with me with. It's not like I made a medical error, I broke some type of policy, I harmed a patient. Like, none of that stuff. That was like, hey, a conversation where you say, hey, Shannon, a patient's family member had a complaint. Next time, just kind of be conscious, maybe pull somebody else in the room or something like that. That wasn't a we let you go type of situation. Then I was talking to the girls who didn't get fired yet, that are still there. We were thinking, because the rate that I came in was $3,700. The rate that they have now for 48 hours is $3,000. So I don't know if they were getting rid of a lot of people who are at a higher rate. And this was a 26-week contract. I never had any intentions of staying there for 26 weeks. I was going to do my 13 weeks. I was going to put my 2 weeks notice in, and I was going to dip. But this was a 26-week contract. I only did 26 weeks because, you know, the recruiters be playing these numbers games. Like, oh, if you stay longer and you do 48 hours, you get more money. So anyway, I was bringing home $37 a week. Now when I look at the contracts on that page on the website, they're for $3,000 for 48 hours. So I don't know if they were getting rid of the higher paying contracts, which they didn't really have to get rid of. And you know, they will cut your rate while you're doing a contract, or maybe they're trying to do away with that and just be right towards people. But we were thinking maybe it was something like that, because the stuff that people were getting canceled over, it was just so petty. And then people were also saying, because it's the end of the year, sometimes they overhire people, and then when they start looking at their budget, they like, oh, we can't afford it, and they start cutting contracts. They may cut you for a reason, they may not cut you for a reason, they might find something petty to cut you for. Either way, it was very petty, it was very toxic. I was happy to go home, and here we are. So anyway, I just wanted to update y'all on that. I'm about to do my meal prep for tonight. I'm making like this steak and steak, potatoes, and broccoli little bowl situation. I know I gotta get my protein in. I've been going to bed at like 8 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock now, so I need to hurry up. When I tell you getting 8 hours of sleep is a game changer, y'all. Not working night shift and getting 8 hours of sleep, game changer. I am going to kind of be depressed when I do go back to work, because I just can't work day shift. I know it's better for me, but when I think of what I have to deal with on the people and just I don't mentally, I just can't, I can't do it. I can't. I can't. I've convinced myself, I probably can, but I've convinced myself that I can't. And if I am about to start school, I want something that's chill. During day shift, I feel like you can never chill. Maybe y'all can. Y'all tell me for y'all who work day shift, but I just feel like it's a constant like go, 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 go. Like it's always something. And night shift, like it gets to a point where you can just kind of relax. So I need something where I could still like focus on my schoolwork, but also still be at work. So the next contract I do get, I'm definitely going to be doing night shift. I was trying to debate on like how many more contracts. I'm still trying to pay off my debt. And even though I'm happy that I'm off, there is no money coming in. So I'm seeing my account go down, 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 down. Thankfully, I'm good for the next couple of months, but I don't want to use all of my money just because it's there. So I'm thinking like I'm gonna do a couple more contracts, and then I think I'm going to get something PRN here so I can kind of just be stationary, something PRN and or staff in psych, so that I can kind of just be stationary at home, not be having any extra expenses, because you know when you travel, you pay for housing. My next place, I'm gonna just bring my car with me. I'm hoping I'll get something down south so I don't have to drive too far. But I think I'm gonna do a couple more contracts to get this debt out the way, because I feel like I was playing this year. I did pay a lot of debt off, but I wanted to be done with it this year, and I didn't do that. So I think I'm gonna do like a couple more contracts, get this debt paid off, and then just be able to focus solely on school while I'm at home. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I wanted to update y'all. Tomorrow we are doing a lot. Hopefully I'll tell y'all about the whole little, not even issue, but I just be in my head about stuff, and I'm actually annoyed about it, because what am I in my head about it for? Is just anyway, we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm not doing nothing else for tonight other than meal prepping, so tomorrow I will see y'all later.